Good afternoon, my lovelies. It is Thursday, June 10th, 2021. I had just finished recording a video. Sorry for the wind. Sorry for the wind there. The temperature is still 15 degrees Celsius, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So I figured for this walk, that we would walk home so we could have our lunch, because it is that time of day.
Like the wind was going to push me hard.
Yeah, that wind is strong in between buildings. So we just started at the Doyle Street. On Doyle Street at the condo building called the Doyle. So these row of buildings here are called Vintage Row. They are still probably the only remnants left of some of the original homes in this part of town. And they are little vintage shops. There's a Moroccan restaurant in one of them. A New Age metaphysical store. Things like that. So we are walking up Queen Street. Going towards Sackville Street is where we're going to be heading. There is a military library in that brick building right behind these trees. Some old condos that were built in the 80s or 90s. I'd say 80s because just the way that they look. And this pink concrete one is from the 90s, called the Martello Tower. To the right of me is Royal Artillery Park. We just call it RA Park. And that was the officers' mess. For Citadel Hill back in the day, and now it's just more of a recreation club for enlisted and retired D&D personnel, and not just officers. I'm pretty sure NCOs could go too. Oh, sorry about this wind. That's what happens when you live on the ocean. lot of people on the hill. Probably because it is windy out. This is Sackville and Dresden Row. These lights are new. Oops. I get distracted. I started looking down the street and my hand shifted. That's holding onto my pocket. Hard to imagine that just a few short days ago it was twice as hot as it is today, even more so. We had the humidex readings up to about 35, 36 degrees. So it was hot. Damn hot. I would have continued with that, but I can't remember the rest of it. That was from Good Morning Vietnam. When Robin Williams' character Adrian Cronauer was getting the weather from Roosevelt E. Roosevelt, who was out in the field in the... It's one of my favorite movies. In my younger days, I am so sorry if there's the wind. I do have the wind muff on. And I do have the advantage of being a girl that my wireless mic is attached to my bra strap underneath my shirt. Oh, guess there is an advantage to having boobs. I know, too much information, Bevy. TMI. And we do have public gardens across the street from us. I don't want to cross at the bike lane. Is there a button to push, Mark?
No, there's no button.
Okay, there we go. This is all, they fixed this all up last year. So our bike lanes, when you come to an intersection, are green. And they do have a left turning box that you can put your bike in so you're not obstructing those who are making right-hand turns. So right now we're just heading down a nice shady Bell Road. Well, it was shady for a second. This is my kind of temperature. Especially after this week. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like summer. I love seeing all the leaves and the flowers out and the people. I just don't like the humidity. I turn into a cranky butt, as Mark would call it. Growing up, my aunt said, "Oh, you're feeling ugly." Don't be ugly. It's summertime. Pretty soon the snow's going to be here. So, but I got caught up on YouTube videos on those extremely hot days while I cooled off with a lemonade and the fans going because I don't have AC in my apartment. So I had all the fans blowing. So I caught up pretty much on the YouTube. I was a little bit behind. And catching up on emails. So I had my handy dandy laptop with me on the couch, answering emails and filling out paperwork for my position that hopefully I'll be starting next week. Here just for a sec. Now this whole area that I'm on, and it extends down past this parking lot, is the garrison grounds. So all the way up until the end of World War II, they had barracks down here, but they are since gone. So usually in the winter time, this is prime area for tobogganers and people going coasting with their sleds. So that's what that's like. In the summertime, normally when you go past the parking lot here, there's another great big empty field that's more flat. That's where outdoor concerts happen, because people can sit up on the hill as well as on the grounds and watch the concerts. Or normally that's where Halifax Pride would have their events. Some girls walking up the twisty-turny path up to the Citadel. That does take you into one of the parking lots inside the hill. My Pocket thingy, I have it on, I think it's follow or whatever, but it just keeps moving on its own and I'm not moving. I swear sometimes this Pocket has a mind of its own. So we'll just keep walking. I like walking on the grass. Kiddo just went across the street to Citadel High. That's his idea of where he likes to run, in the empty parking lot. It is an empty parking lot this week until Monday because the school got shut down for COVID exposures. So they're doing deep cleaning right now in the school. So school has been suspended until Monday. And those who were exposed are now self-isolating. Our cases are now dropping down. We are still in triple digits for active cases, but they're pretty close to double digits. There is a crabapple tree and another one. Usually in the fall you'll see those, the side of the hill just littered with crab apples that fell from the tree. Here comes Kiddo. Now, because kiddo is outside a lot more than I am, especially this week, he really tanned. Me, not as much as he did. I can still see the outline of my sneakers at my ankles. And I'm not used to sneaker tan lines because I'm a sandal girl. But I guess I can't make videos with sandals on. Ouch. I just decided to walk up on the grass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And just to show everybody this side of Citadel Hill. There's a lot of people come here too. I'm thinking that sometime this month is the Kite Festival, and they usually do that on this side of the hill. With things reopening, and our lockdown, which only lasted 4 weeks, is now over. And we're going into different phases of reopening. Right now we're in the second week of phase 1. Phase 2 will happen on Monday. I should know what all the phases mean, but I don't. And they're making COVID vaccinations for people that had their first vaccination. They're telling everybody now that you can bump up your second appointment. So every couple days they update it by the dates of when you had your first vaccination. Mark is already fully vaccinated with 2 Pfizers. I've only had 1. Oh, I think I'm just checking my phone here. All right. I missed a call, but it was like a number I didn't know. So, could have been one of those stupid telemarketers. I don't get them very often because I do have a call thingy, a call check or something like that on my phone. So it basically filters out numbers that I normally don't know, especially if it's a robocall, because they can't bypass it. So this is one of the main hills to get up to Citadel. There's crazy people that like to jog up that hill. Crazy people.
Yeah, I got it.
Like I said, crazy people. You think I would still be a runner. I used to run track in school, but I graduated almost 30 years ago, so no. Yes, there was a time in my life where I ran track and field, where I used to roller skate every day. Quad skating. Back in my day, inline skates were just starting to take hold. So I'm still on the hunt for my size on Amazon for roller skates. Who would have thought that a woman's size 9 would be so popular? I usually wear an 8.5, but where it's a boot and I'm ordering off Amazon, I may as well go up a half a size. Oh, Thanks. We're at a roundabout. Was that him?
Yeah, definitely.
That was the same guy from...
I think it was a different guy.
Okay. Somebody just asked Mark for a cigarette, and he was walking down here a couple weeks ago, and he had another guy that kept harassing him for a cigarette, and he kept telling him he didn't have one, and the guy was just getting very belligerent, so kiddo made a run for it. Which was smart. So I told him next time something like that happens, because we're near where we live, just to come home, call me, then come home, and I'll deal with the guy if I have to. Nobody harasses my kid. I'm a mama bear. I've been watching that Arctic Vets on CBC. You don't want to mess with a mama polar bear. That's me. Rawr. So this is just looking down Maynard Street. I know. I did this in a video not that long ago. Actually, let's take a walk down Maynard. Sidewalk up ahead at the corner of Cogswell and Gottingen is closed off because it's yet another construction site.
Oh, they're always doing work on that street.
I think in the last year or two, I've seen more construction in the city for new condos and buildings going up than I've seen in the last 25 years. It's insane. Insane, I tell you. Oop. I have this around my wrist. Sorry. Oops. But look at this house. Isn't that stunning? Now, as you can tell, the roof isn't completely flat. I had somebody say, why are your roofs flat in Halifax? They're not. They have a bit of a tilt to them. We are going to make our way down to Gottingen Street. This is usually one of the most historical places in the city. A lot of the homes here are around the oldest for the North End because they are so close to the Citadel. So this is Falkland Street. We'll walk down Falkland. This yellow house still has its, where the carriages used to have to go. Back in the days with horse and carriage, horse and cart, whatever. It's not too many of those homes that still have that in them. So it is a treat when you do get to see it. This is my mother's Bloomers here on the left. It is a floral shop. That was a vacant building for so long and decrepit until Neville took it over and got it all fixed up. Neville McKay's he's a hella famous celebrity here in Halifax. He has done flowers for the royal family when they've come here, and dignitaries, politicians. And he's been on CTV News quite a bit. I'm just going to show you the work done on this. Look at that. This building at one time was a corner store. Now it is somebody's home. Then we have a duplex over here. And there's my mother's bloomers from the front. So the last time I walked on Falkland Street for that video, that was about a month ago, they were installing power lines to the construction on the right-hand side here. They're building a twin condo building. Now this is a street that should not have parking on both sides. Find a side of the road to park on. What side of the street should we walk on, Mark?
Well, this is north or south.
Let's walk on this side, because I'm always on the other side of the street.
I always walk on the right anyway.
And I like being in the shade. Now I do believe Vogue Menswear, that used to be a theater at one time, a long time ago. I think, I may be wrong, but also I think that's where my dad got his tuxedo for himself and his groomsmen when he married my mom. And she got her wedding dress down here at the corner at an old place called New York Dress Shop, which is in the building where the Black Educators Association is. And that's where I got my Pfizer vaccine.
She'll really be missed. Oh my God, yeah, good for me.
Woohoo! I made my step count. Now we're going to cross over. Now you'll see lining the sidewalk are little boots and shoes for children. They're following it for the 215 kids that were found in Kamloops, their remains. They start in front of the Mi'kmaq Daycare Center that is there. So this building here is the daycare, the Child Development Center for the Mi'kmaq. Looks like those are all filled at the White Rose. Some patio furniture out for some of the units that actually have a patio. Phase 2 of the Velo apartments are coming along. So if you are a regular viewer of my channel, that you know, we're not too far away from where I start a lot of my videos, because we are coming into my neck of the woods.
Take that off again?
Oh, okay.
Now this whole area where the Velo is used to be a Sobeys grocery store at one time. Then it became an empty parking lot because when they tore it down. So it was a lot of parking for people that were working downtown, because we're pretty close to the downtown area. But it got developed. So phase 1 opened probably about 3 years ago. We have a barber shop. And there's a place if you need to get your devices fixed. We have Real Fake Meats, which is a plant-based butcher, but they have really good food there. I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I've had their buffalo chicken in quotes, and I was very impressed. And then right beside it is Spring House, which is another plant-based cafe, and you can buy your food there as well. Then we have G Street Pizza. Haven't tried it yet, so I'm not sure. And right beside that is Fortune Donut, which I'm kind of thinking, do you want to get a donut, Mark?
Oh, for sure.
So let me put my mask on, one-handed. I'll let them know. If you can get my key, no, hold on, never mind, I know where it is. I have my debit card on my phone, which is in my pocket. Okay, is my mask on straight? I just put my glasses over. Does it look straight? All right. Struggle bangs. All right, we'll get our masks on. We'll cross the street, and I'll show you Fortune Donut. How often do I ever buy food on my, well, groceries? We can see what their see what their offerings are today. So they have the little, if you want to stick your face through there. All right. Hi. Good. Okay. I'm gonna have to mute this. Ooh. Oh, I want one of everything.
I know, it's up to the top once you get in. Look at that.
I know.
Are you thinking of grabbing one each for right now, or are you thinking
Yeah.
like a box to go?
No, just one each.
Okay, that's a tough choice.
What one do you want?
You're
You're easier than me, because I want them all.
I'm definitely picking the Dunkaroo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid choice.
The Dunkaroo, I think I'll just get my usual sugar twist.
You can't go wrong with that one either. All right, is that on one go for that?
Yes, it is. You don't mind that I'm filming this for my YouTube channel? I might have to mute it because of the copyright, but
Music, right?
they, YouTube doesn't like that.
And a Dunkaroo. All right, guys.
Oh, I love this song though. It's such a good one.
19.
All right. All right.
There's your Dunkaroo down, and there's your twist.
All right, thank you.
Guys, have a great day.
You too.
Oh, all right. Oh, long time no see. So happy to see you guys.
So I will have to mute that out after in my editing. But I ended up just getting, I know I'm cheating, a sugar twist. I will probably show this at the end. And Mark got a Dunkaroo. They call it a Dunkaroo, but it actually has Teddy Grahams on it. But it has like the sprinkly frosting in the middle of the donut that they fill up that you can dunk the Teddy Grahams into. All right, we'll just walk down here a little bit because this car wants to make a left turn. All right, we can cross. And there is the library. So I think I'm going to end this here. I will add a picture of our lovely little donuts before we dive into them. I do want to thank you for watching this second video, and it was a spur of the moment thing to get treats. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing this, because my sugar twist is probably just going to go right to my butt. Anyway, my lovelies, thank you for watching. I just want to let you know, if you do want to support the channel, I do have links down below in my description for my PayPal and my Patreon, as well as that I'm offering channel memberships if you want to go that route. And I do want to thank all my channel members and Patreons, especially my Spring Garden Road tiered Patreons, which are Vivian Johnson, Michael Gray, Dequeue, and Ozzie Johnson. Thank you guys for all your support, and I will see you on my next video. And Mark's behind me giggling. Anyway, have a great day, stay safe wherever you are, and enjoy the weather. Bye! All right, and we are back. So, my treat was the cinnamon, no, it's just a sugar twist. So, just something simple. It's like a plain old-fashioned donut, but they twisted it up. I'm simple like that. And Mr. Mark, he's got the Dunkaroos. So, they call it Dunkaroos, even though, since you really can't get them anymore in Canada, they used Teddy Grahams. But he's got like the little blob of icing to dip it into that comes in the middle of the donut. So, that is our afternoon snack. And for those who are always wondering, there's Mr. Max. So that is that. We are home, so I will see you next time. Bye.